Brought to you by Penguin.
Tidy up your life. Make space for what matters most. Written and read by Tyler Moore.
To my wife, Emily, and our daughters, Mabel, Matilda, and Margaret. Introduction. What I learned from the Great Bedroom Flip. Over eggs, sausage, and coffee that morning, and amid the squeals of 2 young children, I'd announced my ingenious plan to my wife, Emily. We were going to switch bedrooms with our kids. We lived in a 750-square-foot apartment in Queens, and after welcoming Matilda home to her older sister, Mabel, we'd questioned how we were going to make the small apartment work with 4 of us. We loved where we lived. After all, New York City is the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. But things felt cramped, so my thinking was that Emily and I would move into the smaller of the 2 bedrooms, giving the girls our larger one, a better use of space all around. Emily didn't really share my level of enthusiasm. "Do not start that project today," she said. "You always think that a project is going to solve your problems. Please just relax." I hate when people tell me to relax. But sometimes I have trouble sitting through an entire movie, so I knew that she had a point. I was 2 days into leave from my job. The purpose of my leave was to rest and think about what I really wanted to do after I'd had an emotional meltdown on a New York City sidewalk a few months prior. The plan was also that I'd use the downtime to help care for our littlest girl at the time, Matilda. "Please just relax while we're gone," she said again an hour or so later, turning and stepping out into the narrow hallway with our 2 girls and her sister Audrey, who at the time was our downstairs neighbor. I gave her a gentle, scheming smile. As they walked down the hall, I closed the door and pressed my ear against it. I waited for the sound of their feet trudging down the 3 flights of stairs to the New York City sidewalks below. Once the coast was clear, I started the move. Seeing is believing. Show and tell had always been a hit with students in my classroom, and there was a reason for that. I knew that if I could actually show Emily the new arrangement, with the furniture swapped, she'd understand the greatness of my idea. After preparing the girls' furniture for the swap, a crib, toddler bed, bookshelves, and wardrobes, and disassembling furniture in our bedroom, my plan hit a major snag. The furniture was too heavy for me to lift and move alone. I saw a pile of beach towels on the floor, grabbed them, and shimmied them underneath furniture legs so that I could slide the furniture while preventing damage to the floor. That was a good start, but it's not like it made the furniture any lighter. I had to resort to plan B. I feverishly emptied items out of the dressers and wardrobes to make them lighter to move and quickly made piles all over the floor. I then realized I had completely obstructed my path. It looked like all the pieces of furniture had thrown up, and then I wanted to throw up. Piled before me were clothes and stacks of books, diapers, and blankets. I noticed parts of dehumidifiers, jewelry, and binders with notes from my graduate school classes. Photos, hair clips, hairbrushes, bows. Our disassembled queen-size bed frame couldn't fit through the door, and now it lay in pieces halfway between the bedrooms. I sat down for a moment and put my hands to my face. The chaos that surrounded me was a physical manifestation of the mental and emotional mess that I felt inside. Click. I heard the lock turn. The blood drained from my face. I waded through the mess to the front door to intercept Emily. "Please don't get mad at me," I said, which is never a good way to start a conversation. "I've been working on something that I want to show you." Emily walked towards the bedrooms. Her face instantly flushed. "You really did this?" she said in shock, walking from the first bedroom into the adjoining second room. Audrey walked up behind her, gasped, and put her hand over her mouth. The adoration and thanks that I'd imagined would accompany this big reveal hadn't materialized. I'd anticipated an HGTV kiss and cry kind of reaction. In fact, the chaos I had created in that 1 hour took months for us to fully sort out. If you just went back to confirm that the title of this audiobook is Tidy Up Your Life and not Mess Up Your Life, I totally understand the confusion.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?